Kane and Son as a duo, statistic-wise, they've been absolutely going mental, haven't they?
Indeed, and now it's time for a sort of little segment of Reese's Statistic Breakdown or Reese's Statistics Corner or whatever I'm going to call it. I think we'll start with Harry Kane. A lot of people might have known this coming out of this weekend, but Harry Kane has just broken a new Premier League record. He's the first player. He's been involved in the most goals after 6 games. He has scored 5 goals and he's got 8 assists, which is 13 goals. I'm not quite sure what the previous record was, but that is now a new Premier League record. Son, at the moment, he's got 8 goals. He's the top goal scorer in the Premier League, just overtaking Dominic Calvert-Lewin, and he's also got 2 assists as well to his self. But together on the pitch, they're the only striking duo to feature in the top 6 goal scorers. So you have Kane sitting in 6th, and you've got Son featuring 1st, which is quite insane. Like, if you compare it to other strike partners, Salah and Mane are 3rd and 8th. Both of those combined are not as good as Kane and Salah. Now, here is where the statistics get quite insane for this season. Spurs have scored 16 goals this season. Only 3 goals have not been either Kane assisting Son or Son assisting Kane. And those are the goals from Tanguy Ndombele, Serge Aurier, and Lucas Moura. All of those either did have an assist from Son or Kane, which, apart from, I think, maybe Serge Aurier's goal, which is absolutely insane. Like, the amount of times, 13 goals have direct impact from Son or Kane. I think this just shows their team chemistry. But, okay, this is where we bring some more statistics back into it, okay? So this season, okay, Heung-min Son's conversion rate from open play, this is how we're going to break it down. I've broken it down by the top goal scorers in the Premier League at the moment. So Heung-min Son, Dominic Calvert-Lewin, Patrick Bamford. It's weird to say that. It's so weird to say Patrick Bamford. Mohamed Salah, Jamie Vardy, and also Son's strike partner, Harry Kane. So let's start with Kane, for example. So Harry Kane this season has had 29 shots and scored 4 goals. That's a conversion rate of 14%. Compare that to also Mohamed Salah, who has got the exact same record from open play, 4 goals with 29 shots. Jamie Vardy is just above those with 2 goals and 9 shots, because most of Vardy's goals come from penalties. So he scored 4 penalties. He's only scored 2 goals from open play and had 9 shots for those. Up next is Patrick Bamford. He's had 23 shots, 6 goals, which is a conversion rate of 26%. Then we go all the way up to Dominic Calvert-Lewin, who's quite a bit ahead of Patrick Bamford. He scored 7 goals with 20 shots, which is a conversion rate of 35%. And this is a very dramatic jump. Like, we've just gone 9%. Now we're about to go 22%. Heung-min Son has had 14 shots this entire season from open play. He's scored no penalties, no free kicks, or anything from standstill play, like free kicks or anything. He scored 8 goals. That's a conversion rate of 57% from open play. And a lot of those goals are from Kane. I'm pretty sure the majority of them are from Kane, like passes from Kane. But a conversion rate of 57% of 14 shots is absolutely mind-blowing. So I think if Kane was to get injured, I don't think Son is going to have a problem finding the back of the net.
That is absolutely incredible stats. That is good stuff.
After such a great manager like Pochettino, who has nurtured all these young players up to where they are today, they needed someone to retain that. And Mourinho's the guy. And he's the one that's going to get the most out of the strike duo, I think. I mean, he's the most getting out. He's the manager that's getting the most out of his strike duo in the Premier League right now. I think it's time we roll it back in for some more statistics. So, compared to the rest of the league, I've got some of the league's deadliest duos. Right. So compared to the rest of the league, so we're going to start with just two players on a team. So, pretty standard. James Rodriguez and Dominic Calvert-Lewin combined, they have 10 goals and 3 assists combined. That's 13 goal contributions. Now, let's go over to Manchester, and we're going to have a look at United. The most deadly duo, to be honest, because a lot of them aren't scoring, to be honest. You would personally agree. Bruno Fernandes and Marcus Rashford. They have combined 5 goals and 4 assists. I think, depending on what side of the coin you're on, most of those are from penalties, but don't give me that face, Joe. But then he is quite, compared to the Liverpool attacking 3, Salah, Mane, and Firmino, 11 goals and 3 assists. That's 3 people. And arguably, one of the greatest teams in Premier League history, Manchester City, Kevin De Bruyne, Raheem Sterling, Gabriel Jesus, and Sergio Aguero combined 4 goals and 2 assists. Compare that, 4 people, to the deadly duo of Kane and Son, 13 goals and 10 assists.
It speaks for itself, doesn't it, really, just of what we're dealing with right now. I mean, so many of the big clubs have started so weirdly this season, whether it's been, points lost through draws or just a really random loss. It's still fresh in the mind, a 7-2 loss for Liverpool. What was going on there? Yeah, no, don't mention that. But no, yeah, I mean, that happened this season. We're seeing, big clubs. We saw Man City held to a draw the weekend. We saw United and Chelsea draw. We're seeing a lot of clubs coming quite underwhelming. Arsenal losing to Leicester, probably Leicester were the favourites anyway, let's be honest. But Arsenal losing out there as well. So we're seeing, a lot of big clubs floundering. And it's just crying out for someone to poach it, isn't it? I mean, Everton lost. They've been in great momentum. Villa lost. They've been in great momentum. The Premier League's open right now. And Spurs could potentially snatch, I wouldn't rule that out. But